What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to part 2 of the Pagsta chopper build. Got an exciting day. So if you didn't catch part 1, I'm going to link it down below. So part 2, we are finally getting some goodies in. So I've got the engine in. I've gone through different engines and mock-up engines on this thing, blah 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 blah. Got it in. We got a 4-speed 125 manual engine off of eBay or Amazon. So I'm gonna link that below. But this thing, I've used them before. This thing is a beauty. I mean, it just speaks for itself how nice this thing is. So I've got the one, it didn't come with the CDI and the carburetor because I've got all new accessories. So we are going to go ahead, we're going to put that thing on today. Hopefully we can get this thing running, get our first test ride with the mini chopper. Appreciate you kicking it with me. Stay tuned, let's get after it. So first things first is we need to go ahead and get the accessories on this. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the intake on. I got to get the side cover on, and then I'm gonna change the oil. This stuff, it's got some oil on the box. They had it literally sitting on the side when I got home. So I'm gonna go ahead and change out the shipping oil of this thing, pull the plug, just check everything before I put it in. I've got some fresh 10W40 that's meant for, you know, motorcycles and four strokes. So I would highly recommend, I'm not going to use the shipping oil. I'm going to do a good braking oil on this thing, run it real good, you know, be easy on it. It's a 4-speed, but try to be easy on it, and then change it again, and then we'll really get on it. I don't want to rip this thing too much. I want to break it in decently. So let me get this stuff on, we'll get it mounted up, and we'll check in with you guys. All right, guys, we got her on there. So it's super simple. The way I got it wired up essentially is I got all 5 wires. I'm going to get the lights wired up, but I got all 5 wires coming from the engine. So of course, try to make everything before, and had to cut the exhaust because the kickstart, so we're gonna have to refab that up. Got it on the I got it on the key switch. Running good. We're going to take a ride with it. I'm going to tighten up the chain a little bit. Let's see. The other issue I had was the cover. The cover was in the way, so I'm going to have to figure something out there. So I'm running it with no cover for now, but let's take this thing for a rip. Let's see what it'll do. Alright guys, it's the next day. Finally got the chopper engine, the new engine in. As you saw, we took it for a rip. Super stoked about that, but you know, in order to get it running, I prefabbed some stuff up, made the exhaust, all of that, not considering that I'll need a you know, I'll have a kickstart. So as you saw, we had to cut the exhaust, so now it's just loud, it doesn't sound good. So what I'm going to be working on today is somehow I'd like to swoop this exhaust either up, it's going to have to go up and down. I think I'm going to spin this up to the frame, across here, and then down. So it's going to be a little more intricate, but we're going to get that because it's just too loud. I don't want it loud and obnoxious. It's taken some from the top end. It's just not what I want. So we're gonna fix that today. I've got a mess. I need to clean up the garage. In addition, I ran it yesterday without the cover. The cover was pinching the chain. I felt like the transmission didn't want to go in neutral. Luckily, it was just that. So I'm gonna have to figure out, probably for now, gonna have to bend this in a way so it pushes it out more so I can run that cover. Because the frame is right there. It's gonna have to go out and up. So we're gonna work on that as well. Get the shifter dialed in so I can have the cover. I don't want all, this controls the CDI and the timing from the engine, and it won't be a matter of time before, why is that already rubbing? Won't be a matter of time, sorry. Won't be a matter of time with the cover off where you're gonna get junk all in here and then it's not gonna run right. So let's get on that. Super stoked about it. I really was hoping the exhaust would have worked, but that's trial and error. When you're custom fabricating stuff, that's just what it is. So let's get the exhaust off, start cutting and making us a new exhaust. All right, guys, I didn't film a ton. It's actually the next day. So I ended up getting this exhaust done. It turned out, it sounds good. There's a lot of things that you kind of got to take into account when you got the kickstart. Is it was hitting the exhaust. That's why I had to change it initially. As you can see in the, when I wrote it earlier in the video, it was just loud. That's not what I want. I wanted to run that other one, so I wanted to loop it up. So this does work. And whatever I do, I'm gonna heat wrap anyway, but I'm just not happy with it. I think it's just too busy. It's too much. So we're gonna tear this one apart and go ahead and just try to do it all over again. So I think instead I'm gonna go under and over, out and over. I think I should be able to do that, give me a little bit better result. Hopefully, the exhaust is kind of far out. There's just a lot of things I'm not happy with it. So let's dive into it, get that exhaust off, and try again. All right, well, that is way better, guys. So I got a ton to clean up, but I swooped it around the front, underneath. Everything clears real nice. Into a 1 into 2, give me a little dual exhaust on the back end. I'm gonna heat wrap that the straight pipe, and then I'm gonna do some heat paint and clean this up once the final product. But it looks so much better and it sounds awesome. Let's get this thing on the road. Let's go for a rip. I got everything kind of dialed in. Let's get into it. All right, so we got the setup pretty chopper. It's just one key, got the kickstart. Real easy to start. So let's rip this thing a little bit. Sounds good. way better. All right, so it's been a few days, so I wanted to do an update. So got my tank in, got that actually mounted up, just did that off camera. Really wasn't much to it, but it turned out really, really good. I love the way these tanks fit. I've got it bolted through the frame, welded up a gusset there so the bolt goes through there. I've got plenty of clearance. I mean, it's tight, but not hitting. Just a clean little tank. I mean, it's definitely going to need some love and get it painted up, but short little fuel line with a filter in it, so easy peasy there. I mean, just all in all, very excited the way this turned out. So I am going to take my seat off. I've got a battery. I've got it running, so this generates, if you have it hooked up correctly, it does generate power. So I'm running the headlight, but you know, it gets brighter as you rev it up. So I want to do something permanent, and I'm going to build a battery. I've got a small nice battery here. Perfect little battery. It's gonna be more than enough. So I want to get that mounted up. I've got my tail light. Oh, I've got the tail lights. I'm trying to decide if I want to put it kind of this way, which I think looks pretty rad, to be honest. I don't mind that. If I do something like that, wire it up for the brake light. And the cool thing about this thing, guys, I am super excited. So with the VIN and all that, I kind of told you guys it was going to be legal. Well, there it is. Got my tag on it, 3/4 chopper, legal beagle. Able to ride this thing on the road without getting hassled, which is awesome. I've rode many bikes, and it's fun, but it is a hassle to kind of get, you know, stopped by the police or whatever. So got that taken care of. The permanent tag will be in. It's coming in the mail like 7 to 10 days. But yeah, so anyway, guys, let's dive into it. Let's get that seat off. I'm gonna fabricate a battery mount and wire up some stuff, and just, yeah, keep building this chopper. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's get it. Well, guys, just like the text said, so I was using 2 different SD cards, and of course SanDisk let me down once again. So I had a bunch of files, stuff I did, and of course it was corrupt files and would not show up. So what I want to do is kind of just go over and show you some of the things that unfortunately I lost the footage for. I've got the chopper, it's in a really good place, super fun. I've been riding it like crazy. So let's get into it. First things first, so as you can tell, I have a battery, build a battery box, and the battery is behind these 2 panels. So I built these 2 panels on both sides to kind of hide everything. I've got the exhaust heat wrapped, as you can tell. I still got to clean this up, so I'm going to remove these covers, sand and heat paint these once I take it apart. I've got new rear suspension, took the ugly chrome ones off, and these offer a more adjustment and it rides really nice. Got my permanent tag, and I've got my, so it charges, so it's got a key switch. So when you flip this, the headlight and tail lights come on, which is awesome, and it charges as it's running. So I've got my tail light and it's on a brake light. So when I hit my brakes, I've got a brake light. That's pretty much it. Oh, I changed the headlight from the stock one to a triangle yellow chopper one. That's pretty much it, guys. I hate that I lost all that footage. I've done a ton of work. It's nothing worse than going and you know, filming everything and then you lose it. So I tossed that SD card in the trash. It ain't worth anything. So I want to just thank you guys, take a moment, wish you all Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever it is that you believe in. Welcome to a new year, or welcoming a new year. It's 2025. I just want to thank everybody for all your support. Please like, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned. We'll be putting out a part 3. We're going to get this thing painted up, get some rides in, do some fun stuff with it. So Until next time, guys, thank you and stay safe.